Tyra here, and I wanted to show you why it's taking so long to get the Minecraft episodes out. So this was a 4-hour live stream. I've got it down to 40 minutes so far. There's quite a bit more, almost 50 minutes, quite a bit more that can come out of this, but I've over-edited. I wanted to do a recap of all of my deaths in this episode. I can skip over that. I can just focus on progress. The goal was to focus on progress with this series, but I wanted to practice my editing as well. A lot of it comes down to be relatively simple, but it challenges me to do voiceover a little bit differently, to cover things a little bit differently. And it's nice to have a little bit of variation, but this is taking a monumental amount of effort and brain power. And of course, we have our death counter. Don't mind it jumping around here a bit. Start at the beginning, start at 0, and the goal is to edit out every single individual death. Then we have a little bit of voiceover in. I was testing things out to see how it worked out. I died so far 27 times in this episode. There's a few more that I haven't got quite yet. But at this point, there's about 10 minutes of deaths alone, which, if I'm going to edit that out, I should just cut out the deaths, separate them, and make it its own episode at this point, or save it for later, because there's a lot of this actual editing here, like this RIP 0 section. It's me working on progress, it's me trying to get Hoglin armor, it's me trying to survive in the nether and find things that I need to find. I just found a death that I missed, didn't I? See, that's part of the problem here. Going over 4 hours of content to find each individual death is hard. And then I will try to be as frame perfect as I can be with things and cut out the unnecessary bits. So we go in here, we find where the death is, we edit it, we cut it out, we go through where is loading terrain, we cut that out, so you just get a fresh cut straight to overworld. And now the problem here is that everything here up to the next death needs to be moved forwards. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to grab everything before it, drag it over just a little bit, or zoom in over to here. Ooh, there was a rip one here. Grab this and try to drag this over. Make it nice and even. Now everything else should line up, and we should be able to select everything, and there's some more cuts further down, so we're gonna have to actually see if we can grab what we want. We might need to do this in sections. This is the problem the longer the actual content you're working with, that you're editing, unless you have your actual clips grouped. And I group and ungroup things as needed, and so far, Hidden Live is a little bit limited with grouping. It doesn't look like I can actually group my titles here, where the rips are. I can't group that with my videos. I can't, with the actual video sections, I can only group the video and audio sections so that they move together. Everything should be lined up now. Nope, just a little bit more. If I showed you just the progress, we would have me talking over this section here, so about 10 minutes. I don't know what's going on here. I am working on stuff here. There's a little bit here that could probably be cut out, but only little bits. This I have not gone through and edited. There's quite a bit that'll be cut out here. All the inventory sorting usually gets cut out. Me going over crafting and everything usually gets cut out. So it looks like we have at least, there might be a good 10 to 20 minutes still to cut out. We could make this down to 30 minutes, definitely. part of the progress is going to include the splunking in this cave here, which we might include the deaths there. But I need to figure out what I'm doing death montage wise, and whether or not it's worth putting in this amount of effort, because I could have just shown you the progress and not had to worry about cutting out all my individual deaths and editing out everything I did and putting in the extra effort to put in the rest in peace sections. It's neat to have it, but this has more than quadrupled the amount of time I needed to put into this section, into the series. Everything that has to do with me actually going through and recovering my souls and recovering all of my items just doesn't need to be there for you to see progress. All you honestly really need to see is us figuring out things and going through the world and collecting what we need to collect and talking over that. And I would like to leave it up to you, the viewer, the actual end case here, what you want to see from Minecraft videos. Do you want to see the rip montages? Do you want to see it part of the video? Do you want to see it separated into its own little montage if I have time to edit that out later? And usually when I cut out sections like that and I plan to make something with it, it is left in the same edit and it's just pulled up to its own actual video section. I can actually just split out another track here, we'll make another video track, we'll put it above, and it would just be, we would swap these two actually, so this would, how do I move this up again? I want this to be video 1, but I don't remember how to swap the two positions. Is that how I swap it, or did I just drag it down? It's not how I swap it. That doesn't matter right now. We would swap the two tracks around, so that all of these would be on top, even if we had to drag everything up, and then we would drag it all the different death cuts up, and that would just be its own video. We would cut out the different death cuts. We would leave all the editing that we have in here, and that would effectively cut down our time monumentally on both video length and the amount of work we need to do right now. And it could be its own separate video, and then we could get back to actually streaming some more. And that's part of why I haven't streamed more, is because I'm so far behind on videos, and I had a plan to cover games and do more than this, but I've gotten so caught up in this Minecraft content that I'm stuck in this endless loop. And I've put in, honestly, usually it takes me, let's see, a 4-hour live stream normally would have taken me maybe, if I was putting a decent amount of effort and I had to cut out a decent amount, an hour at most to edit and then voiceover. And that might be at most a 20-minute episode or a 30-minute episode, like somewhere at maximum there, because I take out as much as possible and just show the progress, and that was meant to be the goal with Create, you know? And we're to the point with live streams where we're breaking everything down and just optimizing and using the correct actual equipment to put everything together. We're not using a whole bunch of different cogwheels. We're actually making precision mechanisms, and we're just so far behind on the actual live stream to episodes that this feels like adding an extra week or two to editing, because I don't have time to sit down here and focus, or the ability to sit down and focus because of my health, to go through this and actually cut out individual death segments. There's probably more here that I've missed. I don't know. We recover my items at some point. As you saw, I missed one earlier. I have no idea if I've missed more. If I've missed more of this in there. No, that looks fine. It looks like I've actually finished cutting out all the death segments. So I'll see how long that is and see if we want to make it a separate video. So I'll leave you with a question and with a thank you all for being here and dealing with the off-brand content here with editing. But would you like to see these as two separate videos? Does it matter to you? Should I keep it as one singular video? And I'll be asking people this separately in the Discord and talking to people around and actually networking out and reaching out to people and seeing what their input is. But it just seems more effort than it's worth at this moment. And especially with how my health is, if you watched How It Lives and have kept up at all with some of what was going on with my life circumstances. I have more update videos that I need to work on that channel as well. I'm just going to record those on my phone like I'm recording this one live. But give me your input if you have input to give, and thank you for being here. If this is worth you checking out my Ko-Fi or joining the Discord, thank you for considering it, and thank you for considering subscribing. I will catch you all later. This has been Tyrant, and I hope you all have a wonderful time.